Awesome. Cool. Want to make sure we're recording this. Okay. All right, guys. First and foremost, I pray that you and your family are staying safe, staying happy, staying healthy. And most importantly, I hope that you guys are staying positive in a seemingly negative world, right? There's a lot of stuff that's going on outside of the walls, right? Outside of these walls right here. And also where you guys are watching this, there's a lot of stuff going on. So all I ask, let's go ahead and just take a moment and let's just release tension, right? Let's release tension, right? And let's set intention. And so what I mean by that is my intention for you guys today is for me to share the info like I wish I was exposed to the first time, okay? Also, guys, you can drop comments in the chat if you have any questions whatsoever, or if you need to stop me. But all together, guys, I'm excited to present this in a way that's bite-sized, very easy to understand. We're not going to be too technical. I'm going to talk in layman's terms. You know, I always think of this water and discovering true health and as simple terms as possible, right? So let me go ahead and start with that. What exactly do I mean when I say discover true health? So me personally, and I'm sure many of you guys would agree, is when it comes to true health, we're not just talking about the physical body, okay? We're not just talking about physical health. We're talking about mental health and financial well-being as well. Think about a triangle, right? We all know, or most of us know, that the triangle is supposedly the strongest geometric shape, right? It's good for building foundations. And so in that same light, I believe that discovering true health, a good solid foundation for that is going to be physical health, taking care of your body, mental health, taking care of your mind, peace of mind, right? And finances. And see, here's the cool thing. When you have good physical health and when you have good financial health, that's when you achieve overall mental health, which again is peace of mind, no stress, no worries, no doubts. And that's honestly how I believe everybody here should live. I believe that's how we should all feel on a daily basis, right? So let me go ahead and dive right into this, guys. Just so you know, I want you to make sure to stay until the very end because I'm going to show you how we've helped thousands of people all over the world on how they get their Kangen water machines for free. So guys, cheers to you. If you guys have Kangen water, cheers. And I understand that maybe a friend or family member has invited you to the webinar. They've maybe talked to you about the health benefits. They've maybe talked to you about, you know, the technology. We're not going to dive too much into that. Actually, with that being said, I will show you this. For those of you that have not watched the demonstration video, I don't go too deep into that here on this webinar, just because of time, how much time allows, right? So I feel like these 3 videos are absolutely essential. If you do not have access to this link, what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to drop it in the chat. Look it, we got some people in here that are just excited and, you know, just excited to be a part of this. So I'm excited to be here for you guys as well. That's the thing, guys. Energy is always a reciprocal thing, right? So if you guys can give me your energy and really give me your focus and intention, your intention to learn this stuff, I'm going to give you that energy right back. Okay. I think that's a good even exchange. So I just dropped the link in the chat. That's for all of you that maybe haven't seen a demonstration video or don't really know too much about this, right? I'm going to give it to you straight and we're going to be very, very simple. Stay till the very end. I want to show you guys how to get one of these in your home for your family for free. Matter of fact, if there is anybody here on this call right now that initially invested in a Kangen water machine, and now because you've helped spread that message and share it with other people, your machine is free, okay? For all of you that recouped your investment and are now enjoying an unlimited supply of Kangen water for free for the rest of your life, please drop a comment in the chat. And the reason I do that is because I want you to understand that we're not going to hard close you. We're not going to pitch you. We're not going to pressure you. We want to focus on 3 main things. I'm here to educate. I'm here to entertain. Maybe you think I'm funny. And I'm here to inspire. And I feel like if we can accomplish that before we're ending the call, I feel like you'll be in the position to make an educated decision whether or not this is for you and for your family, right? Okay. So with that being said, let me dive right into the basics. This is stuff that most people know, but I'm going to go ahead and address it anyway. Okay. Bottled water is the #1 selling beverage in the world. Okay, it outsells beer, liquor, soda, coffee, juices, you name it, sports drinks. Okay, it doesn't matter where you shop, Whole Foods, Sprouts, Pavilions, Ralph's. If you go into these grocery stores, you'll realize that the most real estate is given to the water bottle aisle. Why? Because it's a cash cow, right? People are buying this on a daily basis. And what they don't understand is the single-use plastics is absolutely detrimental to your health. It's detrimental to our environment. And I feel like this is just a common sense, no-brainer investment for the future, because we simply cannot do bottled water forever. It's impossible, okay? So we can continue to pollute our planet and pollute our bodies, or we can intend to learn about a solution that not only benefits you, but it benefits your friends, your family, and everybody that's in close proximity. Why? Because anybody can call me or text me right now, and I can give them gallons of this water for free, because I have an unlimited source of it right downstairs in my kitchen, okay? So really pay attention to this stuff, guys, really exciting. The scary truth behind this stuff is that there's more than 24,000 chemicals that are currently being found in the biggest water bottle brands in the world, okay? I'm not talking cheap stuff. I'm talking Dasani, Aquafina, Fiji, Evian. Doesn't matter how much it costs or how good the marketing looks, they all have chemicals, and they're all cancerous causing chemicals. You can do your research on BPA, which stands for bisphenol A. It is a Schedule 1 carcinogen. And these single-use plastics, like I said, are polluting the planet, polluting our body. Now, before I dive too much into that, I just want you guys to know this isn't going to be super like all about the environment, okay? So don't click out of this webinar. One thing I want to show you really quick, just in case you don't know what 5 grams is, okay? 5 grams is a credit card. And right now, scientists are saying that on average, us humans, you and me, we are ingesting about 1 credit card worth of plastic every single week. Isn't that crazy? I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to eat plastic, right? So the amount of plastic in the ocean, the carcinogens, the chemicals, okay, we all get that. Let's move forward. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard this, but what is it? I don't know if it's the Japanese or the Chinese. Somebody maybe drop a comment in the chat, but the Japanese or Chinese character for crisis is comprised of 2 different things. One of them is chaos and one of them is opportunity. So one of my mentors taught me that you want to look for a huge problem in the world. You want to look for a problem in the marketplace, and then you want to offer a solution. And so what I'm talking about tonight, guys, is literally the next mega trend product. Whether you believe it or not, whether you see it or not, you might see it before the end of this call. It might hit you tonight before you go to bed. It might hit you in a week from now. Guess what? It took me over a year to see this, okay? And I'll explain that a little bit later. But what you guys need to understand is that this is literally the next kitchen appliance. This is something that most people don't have yet the majority will own, because why? We can't do bottled water forever. And check this out, water. Let's talk about water. Something as simple and essential and crucial as water. Everybody in the world drinks it. Most people overpay for it. Maybe you, right? And the majority of them have no idea what they're putting in their body. And right now, despite the fact that this technology has been around for almost 5 decades, still less than 1% of the world knows about Kangen water. Drop a comment in the chat, actually. Have you ever heard of Kangen water before your friend told you about it? Or before you stumbled across somebody's, Instagram or TikTok? Maybe you're here for the first time. Hey, if you're a guest and you're not shy, drop a comment in the chat. We want to show you some love. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you spending this evening with us, right? Less than 1% of the world knows about Kangen water, but everybody drinks water. Most people overpay for it, and the majority of them have no idea what they're putting into their body. And like me, they're probably sitting there drinking all this bottled water, thinking, why aren't I healthier? Why do I still feel dehydrated? Why do I still feel, chronic fatigue, or I get sick often, or maybe I have skin issues, right? That was me. I'll show you pictures, okay? So guys, amazing stuff here. This is a mega trend technology. It's slow moving simply because they don't do advertising. There's not big, huge promotions. You know, we don't have a Super Bowl commercial on Sunday. It's because of people like myself and possibly yourself that share this with others, word of mouth, right? Right? We share the love, okay? So this is me before Kangen Water, all right? On the left-hand side, this is me and my wife, this is Bailey. You'll see more pictures of us later, but before Kangen Water, I was personally suffering with cystic acne and eczema, okay? And I had eczema since a very, very young age, since the age of 5. And I want to pump my brakes really quick just so I can let you guys know. I am not here to tell you that this water is going to heal or cure or treat or prevent anything, right? Company doesn't like us to make health claims, and that's not what we're doing. What you're going to see tonight is simply just me sharing stories of what I've personally seen just in my close circle. Now, if you zoom outwards and you zoom out of that scope of just my circle, you would be blown away with how many people are being impacted by this technology, not just here in California, that's where I am, not just here in the United States, but literally all over the world. This is a global trend, okay? Now, we're talking about one machine, makes 5 different types of water, okay? I'm gonna speed it up here. We have something that is going to produce healthy water for you and your family for the next 30 plus years of your life, 35 plus years of your life. Super easy to install. There's no chemicals, there's no chlorine, there's no plastic, right? You do have a warranty. Now, here's the kicker, okay? We're not talking about Brita. We're not talking about reverse osmosis. We're not talking about one type of water, okay? Like a pure or, you know, any of these other things that people are using, right? Here's the thing. This machine makes 5 different types of water, and each of them has its own use. So it's technically 7. It's 7 different pHs, but it's 5 different types of water, okay? So if you've been drinking water and your friend has been sharing this water with you, more than likely you're drinking Kangen water anywhere between 8.5 to 9.5 pH, okay? It's good for drinking, it's good for coffee, it's good for tea, it's good for cooking, right? Now, clean water is neutral. It's not alkaline, it's not acidic, right? So what that means is that it's, you know, basically good for, you know, when you're eating a meal, right? When you're taking medication or maybe possibly baby food, baby formula, that type of thing. Now, beauty water is one of my favorites. Drop a comment in the chat if you guys use beauty water, either for yourself or maybe for houseplants or just, you know, I'm speaking to the ladies primarily here, talking about like beauty, right? It's an astringent. It's a facial toner. And, you know, don't ask me how I know this, but facial toner is like 20 or 30 bucks a bottle for like 1 ounce, like a tiny little spray bottle, right? And they just put a little perfume or fragrance in it, and then they charge you 30. It's just water. Now, this beauty water is slightly acidic. It's amazing for plants. It's amazing for your hair, your skin, right? Strong Kangen 11.5, that's what we primarily use to remove pesticides and oil-based chemicals from our produce. And I'll show you a video. I'll show you some pictures afterwards. And it's also a safe degreaser that you can use in your kitchen, okay? So again, guys, this is not just one type of water. It's all of these different uses that you get by investing in one piece of technology, okay? Strong acidic 2.5, probably one of my favorites. Chemical-free disinfectant. You can use it as a hand sanitizer. You can use it topically. Actually, my wife and I, we use it as mouthwash. You put a little bit of peppermint oil in it, and we haven't had to buy Listerine in like 5-6 years, okay? And I'll show you a picture of all the different things that we know that this machine replaces. It's gonna blow your mind, okay? So now here's the thing. When I bought this machine, okay, back in the day, this was back in 2016, I was a broke busboy, had no money in the bank. My friend was telling me about this machine. I loved it. I started drinking the water, really helped me out, okay? And he showed me that I can actually do a payment plan. So I financed my machine. But I'm like, okay, well, what's the total cost? Like, what's the grand total? What's the sticker price? And he said $49.80, okay? And I'll show you pictures later, but $49.80. And I kid you not, I said, oh, 50 bucks? I'm like, that's not that bad, right? 49. Oh. He's like, no. $4,980. okay? Don't click out. Let me explain. That is twice as much as the car that I was driving at the time. All right. So understand that, you know, in life and in business, and especially when in terms of health and just success in any area of your life, you want to listen to people that have what you want and who have been where you are. And what I'm telling you guys is that I started from the very bottom. Okay. I invested in this 100% for my health. I didn't, intend to be on the other side of this camera talking to you guys about water on an evening like this. But what ended up happening is I fell in love. You can't deny that, right? I saw the value and what it was doing for myself, what it was doing for my family. And I got excited. I want to share it with other people, right? So I financed it. And just so you guys know, if you're business minded, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you have some type of LLC or some type of company or self-employed. These machines are 100% tax deductible. Okay, huge bonus right there. So I'm a good consumer, right? He's telling me $49.80. I'm thinking to myself, okay, they said that the machine lasts 35 years. Let's just chop a decade off. Okay, 10 years. Let's chop that off. That comes out to about 55 cents a day. So you have to really raise your awareness and ask yourself, are you and your entire household spending more than 55 cents in one day on water? You'd actually be surprised to find out that you're probably spending about $5 to $7 a day. You just don't know it. So all these people that are like, oh man, this is awesome. I love what I see. I love what I hear. I want one. I just don't have the money for it, right? You do. It's not about not having the money for it. It's about reallocating, right, the money that you're already wasting on bottled water into owning your water source. Because guess what, guys? You can either rent it or you can own it. But if you rent it, guess what? Rent's due every single day, right? I bought my machine back in 2016. I haven't had to buy water ever since April 2016. You do the math. It's insane, right? Now, that 11.5 water that I mentioned previously cuts grease, removes oil-based pesticides, super good for, food prep and stuff like that. So if you look in the top right-hand corner with that video, it's just a little clip. And I have some organic cherry tomatoes from Sprouts, okay? And right now you see me using sesame oil. I'm just trying to express that the 11.5 is so strong that it can emulsify oils, right? It can actually strip all of those chemicals off your fruits and vegetables. So now you're actually eating it and it's clean and safe. So see here, I'll actually fast forward this because check this out. This is what comes off. Look at that. This is what comes off your fruits and vegetables when you use the 11.5. And that is what comes off when you use tap water. I mean, look at that, guys. It's a night and day difference. It looks like pee, doesn't it? Right? It looks disgusting. This is what did it for me. Okay. I got excited about it. I saw it as a good investment. I saw the value, right? You don't need to convince me. When I saw that, the first time I saw it was on my kitchen counter. It freaked me out. Okay. It disgusted me. Why? Because I pay extra and I go to Whole Foods. I go to Sprouts. I buy healthy food. And so what you're telling me is that even organic food has pesticides that are carcinogenic, that literally cause cancer. I'm eating that stuff and giving it to my family. Like, would any of you drink that? Absolutely not, right? But we eat it every single day unknowingly, right? There's things we know, there's things we don't know, and then there are those things that we don't know, and oftentimes it has to do with the water that we've been drinking and giving to our family, okay? So really big key. Strong acidic, like I said, disinfect, sanitize. We have third-party studies. Kills 99.9% of bacteria in less than 30 seconds. So really cool stuff, right? Now, when my friend was telling me about this, right, it was kind of in 1 year, out the other for over a year. And I started asking him, like, I wanted to find a chink in his armor. I wanted to disprove him. I wanted to prove him wrong, right? I'm like, well, look at Ryan. If this water's so great, right? If this company's so big, if they've been around forever, right? Why have I never heard of it? Well, it's because they're in Osaka, Japan, and I'm over here in California, right? It's a huge company. They've been around since the 70s. It's almost 50 years old. That's almost two of me. Okay. So you have to understand, guys, that we're not talking to you about snake oil. We're not talking to you about something that's like hot off the press, like the next big fad or next big trend. No, this is fully licensed and certified as medical equipment. And it has been for over 45 years now. Okay. And, you know, you can look into the certifications, you can look into that stuff. They have headquarters offices all over the world. So really, really amazing. Now, what also caught my attention, right, was I'm thinking to myself, okay, in a world where money doesn't matter, in a world where you want the best of the best, right? The elites, the people that we look up to, the people that we maybe read about or see on TV, guess what? They are paying people thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to tell them what to eat and drink. Why? Because they want to perform at peak levels. That is the only way that they can maintain that, right? Tom Brady, one of the best things that he said was his best ability is availability. He's never sick. He's never injured. He's always taking care of himself. Guess what? Tom Brady drinks Kangen water. Okay. Kevin Hart says it makes his skin glow. Ladies, you know who this is. Kylie Jenner, right? She just bought 18 machines. Okay. She owns 18 Kangen water machines. Dana White, owner of UFC, Big Sean, huge advocate. It doesn't matter who you look at. Okay. Grant Cardone, Conor McGregor. It doesn't matter which president you like, whether it was Trump or Obama. Okay. Right. So again, guys, really pay attention to this. I'm gonna play this video for you really fast just so I can prove it.
Jay-Z taught us 30 is the new 20, and Tom Brady is showing us 40 is the new 30. 40 is normally considered a line of demarcation for regression, especially among professional athletes. I can hear our boy Max now. The cliff is coming.
In the next 18 months, he will be at best middle of the pack, and I would tend to take the
lower
estimate,
you guys see that?
like 15 to 18.
You guys see that right there? What is that? That is an SD501 Platinum, super popular, really sexy machine, right? Looks good on the kitchen counter. You got Tom Brady, the GOAT, okay? I don't care if you love him. I don't care if you hate him. Let's be honest. I'm a huge football fan, okay? You're witnessing you witnessed history in the making, okay? I know Tom Brady, he's retired now. This was his last season, but he's the GOAT. You can't deny it, right? He's drinking Kangen water. Check this out. We got Big Sean.
So I've been health conscious, I feel like, probably more than a lot of people my whole life, you know what I mean? But when I really started taking it serious is when I was just ready to boss up my life, you know what I'm saying? Boss up. I felt like I had to boss myself up to be the best version. If I want the best things, I gotta feel the best, you know what I'm saying? So I really need to take working out seriously, take my body seriously.
You want the best?
I started January 1st, 2019. I've just consistently been on it since then. You know how people be having them New Year's resolutions and they be like, I'm about to get it. They fall off. Like, I ain't fall off. I just kept going, stayed on it. Consistency.
Can we see that machine over there?
First of all, water is the number
what is that?
Just thing in the world I feel like that you have to do to take care of yourself.
Same thing.
People who don't drink water, take care of themselves like that, like, dog. Maybe that might work for you for like your first, you know, you a little kid, but you either gotta like grow up and get your water in because it's the natural cleanser, you know what I'm saying? It's the number one thing you need. You want that clear skin. A lot of ailments will just go.
You like that? Okay. So I got to point out a couple of different things that he said. If you want to do good, you got to feel better, right? Or if you want to do better, you got to feel better. Okay. He wants to perform at peak levels, makes your skin glow. An all natural detoxer, hydrates the body, cleans everything up, right? Also what he said, I got to point this out. Maybe some of you missed it. At some point, you're going to have to stop being a little kid and you're going to have to get your water in. You have to understand that water is essential and it is so good for your health. And it's oftentimes the most overlooked piece of the puzzle in terms of overall nutrition and well-being, okay? We are not 80% vegetables. We are not 80% vegan food. We are not 80% protein powder. We are 80% water, okay? We're literally made up of water, right? Some of you guys know this guy, Grant Cardone. I don't know him, but I heard it's kind of a big deal. Bryson DeChambeau, so professional golfer, right? Let's go ahead and jump into what makes this water so healthy. I'm going to go ahead and speed things up here, okay? So antioxidants, alkalinity, and the fact that it hydrates the body better, faster. It's an anti-aging, anti-inflammatory properties. That's why you look good, feel good, skin looks good, tight, right? But here's the thing, guys. Oxidation is literally what causes premature aging, wrinkles, weak immune systems, and in time, if you don't take care of these things, that's what causes disease, okay? Free radical cells, we learned about that. Also, here's a scientific fact. Any pain or discomfort in the body, okay? I don't know what you might be, going through right now. I don't know if it's arthritis pain. I don't know if it's diabetic pain. I don't know if it's, blood pressure issues or just any type of discomfort or inflammation. It's the root cause is inflammation in the body. Okay. Any type of pain or discomfort, it's a form of inflammation. Inflammation, inflames, on fire, right? Crazy stuff. So alkalinity flushes acidic waste from the body. Okay. Now I'm not going to dive too much into this, and I'm going to be completely transparent with you. I think that the alkalinity is more of the feel-good factor. It's like, ooh, it's alkaline. Ooh, I'll drink it, right? People hear about Kangen water. They're like, oh, it's alkaline. Oh, yeah. Here's the reality, guys. This is the biggest benefit that you get from the Kangen water. It's the antioxidants. It's the active hydrogen. It's the oxidative reduction potential of the water, okay? That's the good stuff. Alkalinity, great stuff too. Flushes acidic waste from the body. Think about a battery, okay? You have an alkaline battery, right? Produces energy. Once that battery starts to die and go bad, what starts to leak out of it? Acid. You see, as above, so below. Everything is intertwined. Everything is connected. Everything is energy. Okay. So great stuff. pH. Essentially what I'm trying to say is anything that's alkaline promotes health in the body. Anything that's acidic promotes sickness in the body. So how do you know that? You're not a doctor, right? I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. Here's how we know that. What's alkaline? Fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, raw juices. What's acidic? Everything else. Meat, dairy, egg, cheese, protein, wheat, even the air that we breathe is slightly acidic. And literally all sources of water we can possibly think of are contaminated, filled with all of these different insidious chemicals that cause it to be on the more acidic side, right? Especially bottled water. Now, this one, really cool stuff. The fact that it hydrates the body better, faster, okay? That's not coming from me. That's coming from Dr. Victor Rios. So look, I get it, guys. Sometimes we do these calls and there's like people sitting here like this. They're like sitting here, like, arms crossed, like, oh yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah, water's water, okay? Let me explain something to you really quick. None of this information is coming from me. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I have no medical background. This is all coming from people that do, okay? Dr. Victor Rios has a PhD from MIT in biological chemistry. The guy's not an idiot, okay? Let's just put it that way. So I know we sometimes get people and they're like, oh, like making fun of the water, like, oh, it's just water, right? Water's water. Here's the thing. They're like, oh, I took a chemistry class in high school, man. I know everything, right? Oh man, I did biology in college. This is all bogus. This is snake oil. It's fake. This guy, PhD, MIT, he's not an idiot. He is the one that says that it is literally 6 times more hydrating. And here's why. Check out this picture right here. Our cells, all the cells of our body have what's called aquaporin channels, okay? They're like little tiny holes in the cell membrane, okay? This is literally what allows our body to absorb nutrients and hydrate. And this is what allows us to detox. On a scientific cellular level, this is how we hydrate and this is how we detox. This is a fact, okay? Crazy stuff. So when we drink the water, here's a good example I like to give to you is when I used to drink like Aquafina or Dasani or Costco water, I would get really full, really bloated, really sloshy, right? I'm sure all of you guys know that. This water doesn't do that. That was one of the first things that I noticed. You drink it and man, I can't even explain to you what it did for me the first time, right? I felt like I was high on life, right? Now, let's talk about pesticides really quick. I want you guys to urge you, do your research, stop eating poison. This stuff is toxic. It's terrible for your health, right? Pesticides are now being directly connected to low birth weight, birth defects, ADD, ADHD, autism at birth, okay? Even organic foods have it, yes, right? Don't panic, it's organic. No. Here's the thing. Organic food still has it just has less, okay? Doesn't mean none, it just means less. Now, carcinogens, right? A carcinogen means that it is conclusive it causes cancer. You can do your research, okay? They're not studying it, they're not researching it, they're not like still guessing. It means that it is conclusive that they cause cancer, and these pesticides literally have Schedule 1 carcinogens in it. You want to eat that stuff? You see these pictures right here? These people have full body suits on, full body suits. Don't want to breathe it, don't want to touch it, don't want, but we're eating this stuff every single day and you just don't know about it, right? Crazy stuff. I have a video here. This is one of my good friends, Maddie. We're going to shift gears, okay? We talked about the health. I want to shift gears primarily into, again, how we can help you get a machine for free. And maybe you want to position yourself in front of this trend and you can see yourself adding this type of value to somebody else's life. Okay, so let me check out this video really quick.
I have been working the same job since I was 16 years old. I have been a private nanny, and then I worked more towards newborn care specialist, and I took care of children. And I loved my nanny job, and then COVID hit, and I lost my job. So this was kind of like a panic moment for me. Like, I just lost my job. Yet another window has opened, and it has been the most insane amount of growth in my personal life, my finances, and all that from, choosing to move forward with this business. I paid off 100% of my debt with the help of my fiance. We are both debt free, and that was insane to me, that this business has been able to put me in a position to pay off my debt. And not only that, after paying off my debt, having a big chunk of money in my bank account. And so fast forward to this month is almost at 30 grand this month, and we're only 17 days in. It's literally mind blowing. I even remember joining the business and I was like, learning about all the top leaders in our team that are making that kind of income. And I remember thinking 10-year goal, but I had no idea how quickly that could happen for me. And it's just, I have chills just talking about it. It's crazy. I was able to overcome so many limiting beliefs about myself. I grew in so many ways that I had no idea was ahead of me. I knew by investing in this business, I was giving myself an opportunity to grow financially. But what I had no idea was the growth that was going to happen within myself. The amount of support and the community that we all are a part of has made me a better person. Every single day, I have this incredible community, which you can be a part of, constantly lifting me up, inspiring me, empowering me. That to me is worth the investment alone.
Wow, good stuff. No, yeah, Maddie's saying she's over there about to cry. Gave me the chills, right? This is life-changing stuff, guys. This is not mumbo jumbo. This is, and let me stop there for a second. I get it. Okay. It sounds so cliche. It sounds so cliche, like, oh, it's life-changing. Change your water, change your life, right? We hear that. Everything and every opportunity in the world is a game changer, life changer. Guys, again, we're talking about water here, okay? No offense to these companies, okay? I'm not talking to you about some lotion or potion or some protein shake with some goji berry from the Amazon forest. No, I'm not talking to you guys about that. I'm talking to you about water. It is our essence. We know this stuff divinely, right? So check this out. So on that subject, because Maddie wanted to share that, same thing for me. This is my background, guys. Busboy, server, food runner. No college, no money, no direction. I didn't come from a rich family, right? And I spent over 7.5 years cleaning tables and serving food for a living. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give you another cliche statement. If I could do it, you could do it. And I want to show you guys why you can do it. See, every time I go to the bank, okay, I have checks like this, right? This is how we get paid. We get paid this in the mailbox, right? Every time I go to the bank with a stack of checks, people always ask me, what do you do for a living, right? It's crazy. I've never seen this many checks before. What do you do for a living? Here's the better question they should be asking is, how can I do what you do for a living? Okay, see, most of you have probably been thinking of like entrepreneurship and starting a profitable online business all wrong. It's honestly a lot more simple than you can even imagine. Let me show you, okay? We got excited about what the water was doing for us personally. So we started sharing water. Right? We started sharing information, and this is before webinars. This is before Zoom. Okay. I was literally like showing up to your house with a whole bunch of water, different water bottles, cherry tomatoes, you know, sesame, like I was doing it, right? I was doing demos and stuff, super slow, old school, right? This is back in the day. So we helped other people invest in their health. And then every single time we did that, we get a check in the mail a couple of days later, right? So I got excited about it because I remember my first check. And I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, this is real. This works, right? And I'm sitting there looking at over 30 hours of my, you know, me clocking in, clocking out, working for somebody else at 2 restaurant jobs. I'm looking at 30 hours in my hands right here. And I'm thinking to myself, what did I do? I gave my friend water. He asked to watch a video. And then him and his parents wanted to buy a machine. Crazy stuff, right? Yeah, there's Ryan. Saw him in the chat. So within a few months, okay, this is with no sales background, no marketing background, no college, no nothing, okay? Our machine paid itself off because we were just adding value to other people's lives, right? We got super excited about it. We kept talking about it, sharing the water, sharing the info. And we've been doing this working from home, actually working remotely from anywhere in the world, as long as I have my phone, okay? Since 2016, okay? That's freedom. Money's cool. Freedom is better. I want to talk to you guys about freedom. That's why I said physical health, financial health, and then boom, mental health, peace of mind. Good stuff, right? I feel like everybody should look at it. Guys, this is the last time I ever clocked in for anybody. This is my last shift working at the restaurant. See, you can see my brochures. I got the water. We were all excited. Crazy stuff. So here's the kicker. $49.80, right? Remember, you can finance these. They're tax deductible. You can do a payment plan. They're super easy. And I want to show you guys how you can actually pay off this machine in less than 3 months like I did, right? You decide. You decide which one of these you think is better. You know, investing in this once or buying this for the rest of your life until the day you die. None of these companies are ever going to call you and say, hey, Maddie, you've been a loyal customer for 15 years now. We got you covered. No, not at all, right? All of this stuff is detrimental to your health, detrimental to our planet. Look at all this plastic right here. This one, I bought it back in 2016. Hadn't had to buy any of this since then. Do the math, guys. That's almost 6 years now. Incredible stuff, right? So whether you see it or not, one thing I really want to hammer in right now is that we're experiencing a paradigm shift. Okay, some people call it the tipping point. You can read that book. It's a very good book by Malcolm Gladwell. And he talks about, you know, 100th monkey syndrome is another way that you might think about it, right? Here's how it happens, okay? How did we go from Blockbuster to Netflix? How did we go from taxis to Uber? How did we go from retail stores to Amazon, being able to buy something with two or three clicks? It's because a shift happened, right? And that's why we know all these big companies. Now, I know that maybe most of us missed the wave. We probably didn't invest in these companies, right? We probably missed these big, huge tech picks. But right here, you're looking at one. You're looking at a piece of technology that investors are literally drooling over, okay? I mean, imagine that. I bought a machine back in 2016 for $5,000. It paid itself off in 3 months. Ever since then, this has been 100% profit for myself and my wife. We're talking about several $100,000. If you do the math, we're probably getting close to that 7-figure mark, $1 million, right? So amazing. Now, I own other businesses. I've been involved in other businesses. And what I want to explain is how simple this is. See, there's no sign-up fees. There's no employees, no qualifications, no inventory, right? You don't have monthly fees, annual fees, renewals, subscriptions, none of that. You buy a machine once and it pays you back, okay? You can finance them. You can sponsor people internationally and it pays daily. These are actually not my checks from this month or this week. These are some older ones. But I kid you not, we went to our mailbox just from this past week alone. We had north of $10,000. And I'm not saying this to boast or brag in any way, shape, or form. I just want to show you guys what is possible when you position yourself in front of a mega trend piece of technology. Something that most people will own. You just got to give it time. Kind of like a smartphone, right? Kind of like a laptop, okay? Here's how it works. And I'm going to go through this really fast. I'm going to break it down really simply for you. Because like I said, that link that I posted in the chat in the very beginning of the call, that will take you through all the really, you know, good details and dive into it, right? When you buy a machine, this is you, okay? You buy a machine, your machine comes with an ID number. Now, with that ID number, you are qualified, you can participate in the business. It's 100% optional, but if you decide to do so, the commissions are great, the bonuses are great, the overrides are great, the leverage residual income is amazing, and it only takes 3, count them, 1, 2, 3, 3 sales, 3 referrals, 3 friends, 3 family members, whoever, right? It takes 3, and over 25% of your machine is paid off. You just recouped a quarter of your investment. We teach people how to do that like that all day, every day. It's clockwork, right? Again, guys, drop a comment in the chat if your Kangen Water machine paid itself off because you shared this with a friend or family member. Okay, drop a comment in the chat. Your first sale, you're gonna get a check for $340. Second sale, you're gonna get another $340. Now the third time around, crazy, right? It doubles. Now you're making $680. Wow. Andrew said he paid his off in about 2 months. Amazing stuff, right? So here's the incredible thing about it. It's all accumulative, okay? It's a team effort type of thing. You're not only getting paid when you sell machines, but also whenever your leaders or people underneath you. Look, if you sold a machine to Matt, Mike, and Ben, let's just say these 2 people don't want to sell machines. They don't want to do the business. They just want to drink the water. But Ben's like, hey, you know what? I could do this, right? And let's say Ben goes and sells 3 machines. Ben's excited. His first 3 sales, he's going to make 340, 340, 680. But you, since Ben is in your 2-point franchise lane, meaning you make 2 points of commissions and overrides off the sales that take place here, you just got paid 680, 680, 680. And you probably don't even know those people. You probably didn't even help Ben that much. That's called, oh, I love it, leverage. That's called leverage. That's called money. Yeah, I like it. What's up, Mike? No, seriously, guys. Man, I wish I brought them up here. I have like 3 checks that are over $2,000 downstairs on my kitchen counter right now. I didn't sell any of them, right? If you help enough people get what they want in life, by default, God will continue to bless you with everything you've ever wanted. So I feel like just the value that we bring and how we help people, it's just amazing, right? So, and Maddie said, you're welcome. Hey, I wouldn't doubt it. She probably has her name on those checks. Okay, so here's the cool thing. This is what it looks like overall. I'm not going to cover all of them. All I want to say is, look, after you have a total of 10 group sales, not just you, okay? Let's say you only sold 3 and this person sold 7. Guess what? That equals 10. Boom, you just hit the next commission rank. So it's a team effort thing. It's not just you by yourself, okay? Once you hit 10 total, 1,020. If I buy a machine from you at this point, you just got to check for 1,020. But that's not where the money is. The money is when I go out there and I sell machines. I sell 3 machines my first couple weeks. Boom, boom, boom. 340, 340, 680. Guess what? You just got paid 1,020, 1,020, 1,020. It's wild. It's wild. And it goes up and it goes up and it goes up. I bought a machine from my friend Ryan when he was a 4A right here. He made 1,360 off me, okay? But in our first 11 months or so, we sold about 27 machines. Do the math. Insane, okay? Now, if you are a 6A is what you hit, right? This rank, once you have 100 sales. When you hit 6A, how many did you personally sell? You personally. Please drop a comment in the chat. I wanted to just show people, all the people that are taking a look at this for the first time, that you don't need to sell 100. You don't need to sell 100. When I hit 100, I personally only sold 11. So I sold 11 and I got paid over 100 times. What's that called? Leverage, leveraged income, right? This is super simple. Look at all the other businesses out there. Okay, I'm going to close this out right now. Let me address the elephant in the room, okay? You have get rich quick schemes. You have opportunities galore. You got fake gurus telling you, you know, this, that, and the other. They're selling you a dream that doesn't exist, okay? Amazon stores are getting shut down. Walmart stores are being suspended, right? Forex and investing, all of that takes time and energy to really learn the ropes, okay? Now, real estate and all these other things just require a ton of time and a ton of capital that most of us just simply don't have. Okay. I can show you how to build this business for $0 down and less than $55 a month. And it's tax deductible. And you have the potential to earn several $100,000 a year. It's insane, right? And here's why it's so simple. Again, no overhead, no office space, no expenses, no inventory, no employees, no workers' comp, no insurance. Forget about it, right? This is super simple. We share water, we share info, and we invite people to webinars just like this. Imagine, okay, if this is your first time watching this, you're probably like, whoa, right? This is super cool, right? Really cool stuff. I hope that we're doing those three things, right? Educating, entertaining, inspiring. Now, imagine if next week, when we host this again, you have a friend click the link with you. 2 friends click the link with you, right? What if they get exposed to this just like you did? I think it's safe to say that, you know, with you being so excited about this and with you seeing the value in something like this, I'm sure your friends, your circle will too. And, you know, we used to do in-person demos. Now all you had to do is send somebody the link, they can click it, and they could be at home in bed, naked, with their camera off, watching this at home while eating dinner, right? Multitask. Guys, it's so simple. I won't say it's easy, but I will say it's simple, okay? 2 totally different things. And the proof's in the pudding. Again, I'm not showing this to brag or boast in any way, shape, or form. I'm just showing you that this is real. This is happening. Okay, we went to the Enagic headquarters office in Thailand, Bangkok, right? We've been all over the world. You know, this water paid for our wedding, cash. Okay, anybody here married? Weddings are expensive. It's crazy that something as simple as water paid for all of this, right? Okay, I mean, we've been everywhere, and best believe we're at the point now where it's first class, it's comfortable, nice places, right? We've worked hard to get to this point, but again, if you help other people get what they want in life, by default, you'll have everything that you've ever wanted. See, this is real stuff. This is not a fake picture, okay? No fake gurus here, right? There's the Porsche keys. Again, I'm not saying this to boast or brag. I'm saying that your value is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. And I'm talking to you about something that everybody uses, most people overpay for, and most of them have no idea what they're putting in their body and giving to their kids. Position yourself. Okay, position yourself in front of this trend, because guess what, guys? It's moving with or without you. And I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be rude, but I like the saying, fly with us or be flown over, because with or without you, this trend is accelerating. In 2016, when I learned about Kangen Water, they were selling about 3,000 machines worldwide every month. And I'm like, whoa, 3,000 families? That's crazy. That's a lot of people every single month, right? Fast forward to now, the company is consistently selling over 22,000 machines globally every single month. You want to know the crazy part? The United States is not the #1 in sales. It's not Canada either. It's not Australia either. It's India. India, okay? One of the most impoverished places in the world. How is it that people in India are selling more Kangen water machines than people in the United States? Because they value 2 things very, very heavily. Number 1, they value health. And number 2, they value opportunity. And I just showed you guys slide after slide after slide of how Kangen water helps you with both health and opportunity. So I've given you the information. Now it's time for you to make an educated decision on what direction you want to move and what's going to pull you. Because this pulled me, right? Now, again, your value is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. And we're talking about water. So this honestly applies to everybody. You help more people and you help yourself. That's the way it works. And look at all these happy people. They're all investing in this technology for a completely different reason at a completely different time in their life. But the one thing that I know for sure is the one thing that they all have in common. I think Maddie just said it. The one thing that all of these people have in common is this. They wish they learned about it sooner. They wish they learned about it sooner. Okay? I wish I learned about Kangen Water sooner, right? 5 years sooner, that would have been amazing. 10 years sooner, that would have been even better, right? And now I'm going to go ahead and close out this call the same way I opened it up. I pray that you and your family are staying safe, staying happy, staying healthy. Most importantly, I pray that you guys are staying positive. And I really encourage you to get back with the person that invited you and get your questions answered. How does the financing work? Which model is the best? Can I install it in my home? Is it portable? You have questions, you're just interested. You got to get your questions answered, okay? Whoever invited you to this call, you can believe it or not, they genuinely care about you. Because me, if my friend was doing this, right? Or they had this, or they were enjoying these benefits for years and years and years, and here I am 10 years later, seeing like, you know, what it did for their finances, or maybe what it did for their health and all these things, I'll be like, bro, why didn't you tell me about it, right? You can't help but want to share this with people. And that's why we succeed. It's because we're just sharing the love, right? So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. And I feel like you were exposed to this in a way that I wish I was exposed to at first. Again, I said no to this for a year and a half. Don't sweep this under the rug like I did. Take this seriously. Your health is wealth, okay? Health is the utmost, most important thing in your life. I know. Talk to anybody that's 70, 80 years plus, right? What's the one thing that they regret most of the time, statistically speaking? Go out there and ask them. What do they say? They wish they took care of their health more, okay? I love you guys. I pray that you guys have an amazing rest of your week. We'll be right back here next week, same link, same time. And I hope you got from this what you needed so that you can go ahead and move forward, pull the trigger, and take action today, okay? God bless you all. Everybody take care. Have fun. Be safe.